What's up, guys? Welcome to Water Games. It's Ramel, Eric, and there's a screen in front of us with a video to react to.
It's a reacting to Police Story 2 Pot Fight. The fight with this Jackie Chan movie. See what it's about.
You only got one movie without a fight. It turned out to be a porno.
As a bald chap rather than a guy with hair. And his brother appears later on in this film.
Oh man, that probably hurt like a
the end
bitch.
fight sequence, very memorable character, Benny Lai, who's also interviewed on this DVD, plays the very impressive kicking, deaf and dumb bad guy.
Ooh.
Man. So what did
Now the action seems fast here, and a lot of people, of course, say yes, Hong Kong films do get sped up, but when they are sped up, it's nothing like you'd think they were. It's not like these things are shot at double speed. Now, usually movies are shot at 24 frames a second, and then on a PAL DVD it'll be 25. The most
every time they hit this thing,
these films will be sped up. It's usually when they're shot, they might shoot at 22 frames a second, so when it's played back at 24, there's about a 10% increase in speed, which really isn't that much. If you get to shooting at 20 frames a second or 18, things start to look very jerky, and you can see some jerkiness in some of the running, but really these guys are pretty fast, and certainly almost as fast as they appear on the screen.
Oh shit, I like that.
A fight scene like this, like I said, a lot of Hong Kong movies these days, the whole film would be shot in less time than a fight like this. One of the interesting things here is those playgrounds in Hong Kong, the surface, the floor surface is actually rubber, which means that the stuntmen don't have to put any crash pads on the ground, they can just hit the deck.
He just suplex his ass.
He's a boss, man. Come on.
Nice pause there. It's a very frantic fight sequence. There's a pause to let the audience catch their breath, and then we're into that doesn't look like anywhere near any park I've been to in Hong Kong.
Oh shit.
Another section, a vehicle section to the fight scene.
Let it get fucking real.
I think that's probably a specially constructed road on a studio backlot.
And Nissan, you realize that, right? That's it, I think. What does that look like?
And here it's time to put that Beijing opera train.
Oh!
Get yourself out of trouble, and I think that's actually 2 shots from 2 different takes of the stunt, but somehow it works. And I think I'm watching The Man with the Golden Gun right now.
What the fuck? Is he really? No, he's not.
Once again, breaking up the tension. It seems like Jackie never wants it to get too serious, and even though he puts the characters in peril, it seems like there are moments to remind us that, don't worry, this is a Jackie Chan film, it's not going to get too nasty.
That's true.
Yeah, he does.
He doesn't make really like too terribly nasty movies.
Yeah. And he doesn't keep it serious all the time.
Yeah. He likes to have.
Even in his fight sequences, he does some funny sequences.
Yeah.
She's obviously upset, but why did she try and call for backup? That's what I want to know. What kind of girlfriend is that? Lets her tough boyfriend fight all the gangsters by himself. I think he's better off without her, if you ask me.
I think this may have been shot in Kowloon
tough,
Park. It's difficult to tell because things change so quickly in Hong Kong.
Why couldn't she be Chun-Li? Yeah, I would tell her that. You'd be like, so if you left me here to fight all these dudes, so why the fuck you couldn't be Chun-Li and help me out? Shit, swing that purse, use that fucking purse.
I think it would interfere too much.
It.
Probably ask them to turn on the fountain.
I mean, what the fuck did I do
once
wrong?
again, this is
I
a
just
film
basically
which,
saved your ass.
in many ways, is like a.
It's like a what?
Just the video's all.
It's done.
Yeah, I think that's it. But that's the shit though. Jackie Chan got the skills, yo. He got the skills.
He got more than the skills. He's just a complete package.
His agility is like literally over the fucking top.
In an interview, he said, "In real life, this is real fucking life."
Mm.
He fought a whole gang. He said within the space of a few seconds, he took them all down. And then the police was coming after, so he ran. And he said his finger, there was like some white shit here, so he thought it was his bone. So for days he kept trying to push it back.
Yeah, but it wasn't. He pulled it out. It was the teeth. It was somebody
It
else's
was
teeth.
teeth,
I remember that. I remember he also told the story that he was fighting. He fought with Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee actually hit him in the face with a stick.
Yeah.
And then whenever he was like, Bruce Lee kept the pose. He was like, ah. And he kept the stance, right? And then it was like cut, and he was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. What's your name, child?" It's like, "Oh, Jackie Chan." Don't cry.
Like how the man says, like the big tough cousin movie, like, "I'm gonna kill you." Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I cut you.
After a great, Bruce Lee was Chinese American because half Chinese and half American. After Bruce Lee, there's Jackie Chan, and I think nobody could ever like do something as good as these two people. Like they're very different fighters, but they're very good at what they do. That's one thing that you have to know about those two people, and especially Jackie Chan, because he does a different type of fighting. He uses his surroundings. He turns it against you. And, it's just like his way of fighting is like, if you hit me, your punch is basically gonna come back to you. It's basically that's how he fights. And I think it's a gorgeous way how to fight. Just like, no one can ever replace these two people, unless if they're actually people who train with them. And there's less to know people with that.
Even so, they still can't replace them.
Yeah, there's just nobody. Like there's like for instance, there's no Chinese American actors anymore. You don't really see too much Chinese American actors anymore. Bruce Lee was like only one of that age.
Actually, there's some, but not really in the mainstream.
Exactly, like he was in the mainstream. Everyone knew about this dude. Everybody. So yeah, that's basically our thoughts about that. I mean, that's my thoughts. I don't know what his thoughts are. That is my thoughts about it.
Fucking long, so I'm now.
All right, later.
Bye.
Insidious? Again? Oh, fuck.